Blackburn game, you brought all of your staff together for the celebrations. Can you talk a bit more about how each of those different individuals have helped you get to this point where with 2 games to go, your destiny's in your own hands?
Oh, could be a long story. No, yeah, of course, I think I said this before. A lot of different profiles. I think, with Sasha, I worked in Leipzig together. Yeah, we have a good relationship. He is very helpful for me off the pitch, yeah, especially with Henrik. I've worked by Red Bull as well. We know each other since 10 years. He understands my football. He is helpful as well. Yeah, very helpful on the pitch as well. And then I think Chris. I think of course a big part from him is that he knows the English football. Yeah, when you arrive in a new country, especially championship, then it's always helpful when you have a guy who knows the country, the opponents. And then I took Neil. Yeah, I think Neil was when I arrived here, and it was not clear when I can bring my stuff in. Yeah, then Neil was immediately here and helped, and there was a good relationship there. And then I said, it makes really sense to have a link to the academy as well. Yeah, and at the end, then I took Sal from Brighton. Honestly, in this moment, I was not really convinced that there is a chance to bring a guy from Brighton to Sheffield, but he was immediately open-minded. He said yes. Yeah, all in all, for me it was also a moment in Blackburn then to give them also the opportunity to celebrate with me together. Yeah, I know, and because this was my experience in the last 10 years when I was the assistant coach, I know how important it is also for this guy in behind to get such a moment. I think we have all in all a great relationship. Yeah, we are different humans, but we are really close together. Yeah, for us it's no problem to go for a dinner out and have a good evening. Yeah, but also we sit together in the office and we speak about some topics. It's clear. And I think it's very helpful for us that everybody knows his role in this team. Yeah, everybody can take different responsibilities. Yeah, and I think that makes us at the moment very success. For me, it's helpful to have also experienced coaches around me. Yeah, of course. All in all, I think I'm very happy. And I think we should be also happy as a club to have such a coaching team here.
I think when everybody was appointed, everybody's reaction was, it looks like a really impressive staff. Just how critical was it to have such a high quality group working with you in this job?
Yeah, I think it's not normal when you start your manager career that you have immediately a lot of experience and good guys around you. Yeah, it could be that you start with one assistant coach and then you're building up something. But from my side, it was really clear that I want to have such a stuff. Yeah, I had a clear list on my desk. Yeah, what I said, this is also important when I will take this job here, that I have this stuff around me. Yeah, that was for me also I have to. Yeah, and I think this is our German said then yes. I think this was also helpful to bring these agreements together, and that's it.
You said after the Blackburn game that you want to attack these last 2 games, that this is the way. How do you do that effectively against one of the better teams in the division in West Brom?
This of course a good team, well organized, different shapes, have also very compact, very narrow to each other, good ball possession solution to keep the ball well. I think, and you know me since six months now. Yeah, I want to have this mindset for my players that we attack, because I think if we just wait and cross our fingers and we are not convinced that we can do something, then it's difficult to go in such a game. Yeah, even is a strong opponent. We know this. Yeah, the top of the table, playoffs. Yeah, I think if they come through, it will be also a fight for them. Yeah, to come here. But I think in the last weeks we showed our performance. We were constant on a good level. Yeah, in different directions. Yeah, I think this is also important. We have also some different things how we score now. Yeah, but all in all, it's about that we do our basics right, and in the last weeks we did our basics well, and I think this should be also the key on the weekend. We are looking again, what we can do against such an opponent, what is helpful, which rooms we can attack, which spaces we can attack, what we need in different position. But I think our self-confidence is at the moment also high up, and I think this wave we should use as well to go in such a game.
Have you seen the kind of focus you want to see this week, Danny? Because you could be forgiven, human nature. The team's finally got out of the bottom three. They got a huge win against Blackburn Rovers. Sometimes you can just go, okay, the job, you're so close now. Have you seen that focus retained with the team this week? Because there's still 2 games to go.
No, not in one moment, because we start immediately on Tuesday. We spoke 40 minutes about the Blackburn game in the meeting. Yeah, we had a lot of clips. It was a long meeting. And then yesterday we had a high intensity training. Everybody was on fire. It was a good spirit. It was really good to see. And I saw not 1 minute at the moment. There's this one guy who makes relax now and start to be lazy. Everybody, it's in one direction, and I think we should be. We are not at the moment. Our job is not done. We need 2 more games, and we know on Saturday the next big one will come. We have a sold out. We want to show our supporters a good game. We want to fight for our supporters in the stadium. For every inch, we will invest everything, and for this we need a good training week with a clear mindset. And I said this also to some guys. I got a lot of messages now from Germany, because now they see it could be closer and closer. But I said at the moment there's no time to receive some flowers. And to get the thank you. They can give me a thank you after the season, but not now. And I think this is, of course, in my mind, I'm not looking too much forward. For me, it's the next game, the important one. I prepare the next opponent. We have to be ready for this game, and then on Saturday we have to deliver at 3:00.
Some of those messages from Germany, from some big name, very well known people in football.
I know some good coaches, and of course you got some messages. It's good when you see this. Sometimes you're also surprised because you get some new messages, because you are now in a good position. But this is also normal. All in all, I think sometimes it's much helpful when you are lose a game. Because then you see really who are the guys who support you and who not. But for me, my focus is 100% to Saturday. I'm looking forward to this game at home. It will be a fantastic atmosphere.
Is there any news on Bambo Diaby and Michael Hekwa and their injury situations?
Bambo trained today with us, with the mask. Iki trained yesterday some parts. Today he got a rest. Dish is back, full training this week. He looks good, really good. The squad is, I'm happy. And then we will see who is on the squad on Saturday.
So is there a chance that Sean Bernard could be available then for the weekend?
I hope so. Yeah. When you train yesterday with full intensity and you make the full training and no reaction, today was in the training, and if tomorrow the training goes well, then I see not a problem. Why not?
I asked Barry Bannon after the Blackburn game, where could this club go with Danny Röhl as the manager if you can stay up? And he guaranteed that the season would not be like this one, that the club would be fighting at the other end of the table if you were given what you wanted. Is that also what's at stake here, Danny? You know, staying up to have the potential to maybe do something even more special in the future?
Yeah, at first I think we should play the next 2 games. Yeah, this is clear. And then we are looking in the future. I think I see a lot of potential, and especially with our massive fans. Yeah, when I see we have 7,500, that grace on the one side, really energy. I see a team here who has a good mentality. Yeah, but then and this is what I said before, we have to do some things right in the summer. Yeah, and I think if we do this and we have the chance to do it, and I can change something here in the summer, and I will get the opportunity for this, then I think we can think about the next step with this club. Yeah, and I think there's something in. I think when I heard how many supporters you have everywhere, yeah, even sometimes from other clubs, they say, yeah, listening, it's a secret, but I like Wednesday, yeah. And when you see this is fantastic to see, but it makes no sense when we are just hoping that we can use this power. We need also the power in the other direction there, and you know, it's about squad, it's about facilities, it's about environments, all the things, and if we can make the first step in the summer, it would be great. And I know you cannot do everything in one summer, of course not, but you can start to go in the right direction. I think this is what I want to know. Yeah, I want to know in which direction we want to go. Yeah, and then of course I have some ideas in my mind what we can do, and then hopefully we can bring things together. And if we have this, then why not?
It's the final game at Hillsborough this weekend. So how big could that be, you know, the atmosphere and the opportunity to do something a bit special again this weekend in your own stadium?
When I imagine we will take something and we have a sold out stadium, I think the atmosphere will be awesome. Yeah. I hope that we have from the kickoff on a good atmosphere. Yeah, even if you have maybe some minutes in the game where the opponent a little bit stronger or something like this. Yeah, if you can create during the whole time a great atmosphere and we deliver on the pitch. It could be a special afternoon, yeah, and hopefully we will never forget the last match day, and especially the last home game from this season in the future.
And finally, what's your message to the players who are 180 minutes away from pulling off a great escape?
We look to the next game. We keep going. We invest. We try everything what we have to do. We do our basics right, and then we have to defend as a team. We have to be clinical in both boxes, and if we invest, then we can deserve something. Yeah, and I think it's now 10 days more to do everything for our goals. It's not so much, and I think that makes really sense to do it.
All the very best, Danny, and thanks for your time.
Thank you, Rob.
Afternoon, Danny. How are you doing?
I'm good.
Good stuff. You spoke to Rob there about the power of the fans, but on a personal level, as Danny Röhl, how much are you looking forward to walking out at Hillsborough on Saturday?
I enjoy every home match. Yeah. this is always great when the fans are singing our song. Yeah, at the beginning of the kickoff is special. Yeah, it's really special, and you feel always the power in the stadium. And then you're really looking forward to start the game. Yeah, and then if you create something, then yeah. I spoke about the second wave. Yeah, we make the first wave on the pitch. The second wave come from the stands, and yeah, especially then when we're also playing in our direction. This is it's great to see. Yeah, and I look back now also to the Blackburn game, and yeah, during the game sometimes you didn't recognize really what happens on the stands. Yeah, because really you're really focused on the game. You're in the game. You are read. You have to make decisions. But when you see then back what it means for our massive supporters on the stands, and how they celebrate and how they sing, and yeah, it's really great to see.
Excellent. When you came in, you came to a team that was bottom of the table, hadn't got a win. If you were offered back then the chance to be fourth bottom with 2 games left to go and have the fate in your own hands, would you have taken that?
Yeah, 100%, of course. Yeah, and I think when you ask me after the Leicester game at home, after the draw, even if it was a draw, we were on 13 points back. Or if you ask me after the Huddersfield game, yeah, of course, yeah, it's a good step, but we know, yeah, it's not enough to have 47 points this season to stay in the league, and that means we have to invest and have to go in the next 2 games.
Excellent, yeah. I've spoken to you before about your superstitions. I know you said that you change your shoes sometimes if the game's not gone right. Do you have sort of other routines that you have, you know, as a manager? Is there things that you do before each match day?
You have to ask my assistant coaches. They say always you have too many, because I always looking to everything it's right on the match day. Yeah, it's not easy for them. Yeah, I have still my same training suits. Yeah, it's always the same. There is into a signal for match day. Yeah, it's always the same outfit, and yeah, I have some on, but yeah, sometimes the assistant coaches said, yeah, this is not the key why we win the games. Yeah, but yeah, for me it's important and helpful, and yeah.
Every little helps. You got to keep the same socks on and everything.
Of course.
You spent years sort of working your way up to being a manager. You know you've done your work as an analysis. You've done your work as an assistant. I'm sure you expected the hard work and the long hours and all that comes with this job. But is there anything that you found yourself doing now that is a surprise? Is there anything about the job that, like I say, has surprised you?
Not surprised, but I think, and especially in the last 6 months with a lot of up and downs and setbacks, I think this is then really a different when you are the manager, because then you have to stay in front of the team, you have to lift them up, even if you sometimes feel it's also hard to take, yeah, but you have to go always in front of them. You are the mirror. I think this is a big challenge. Yeah, of course the second one is make the final decision for the starting 11. Yeah, as assistant coach it's sometimes easy to say, yeah, I would play with him and with him, but as a manager you have to decide then finally, and that means sometimes you cannot really sleep. Yeah, then you are thinking about, or you wake up. Yeah, I think this is the different. Yeah, but I enjoy every minute. I like my job. I like to invest in my team to prepare them, and when I see then the feedback and also the performance from my players, this is then fantastic to see. And yeah, I think the connection it's really well between the coaches and the players. I think we create a good atmosphere here. On the one hand, we demand a lot. Yeah, we push them to high performance, but on the other hand, we always also take them as humans, and we understand. And I think this is also a big strength from my coaching team. Yeah, that we have a good feeling for our players.
Absolutely. I want to ask about Ike Ugbo. He's not scored for a while. You know, he had that great start to his career at Wednesday. Obviously, you and he prefer it if he was getting goals, but how important is the role that Ike plays even when he's not scoring?
I think in the last match days he played more as a winger, yeah. Then against Blackburn I put him back as a striker to bring him a little bit more central. I think that was helpful, and that was also the reason why when Will won the ball, yeah, he was then in the red zone. He can turn and he can carry the ball. It's helpful. I think EK has a good intensity in the sprint, yeah. When you look back, the goal from Josh, yeah, Ukbu was the guy who runs and goes in pressing. Yeah, he was the first pressing player and forced him to the first mistake, and then Musa was the second one to the next mistake, and that was the reason why we won the ball high up. Of course, on the one hand, as a striker, you always look at first to the goals, but I see also how you invest as a striker for the teammates. Yeah, it's important when you start the pressing and you have not a striker who can really accelerate and go into pressing, understand the pressing, then it's difficult. And he did a good job, and I believe when he works hard, then there comes the moment where you can score again. Yeah, and hopefully we will find this moment on Saturday, of course.
Yeah, fingers crossed. I just want to touch on the youngsters. The 18s and the 21s have both got a chance of finishing in the top two in their divisions this season. How impressed have you been by what you've seen from the youngsters at Wednesday?
Honestly, in the last weeks, months, was not always easy to look so many games. Yeah, sometimes I look from my office. Also during the week, then I sit in my office and I look out of the window, and then I look for some minutes the games. I think it's great that they are in this position. Yeah, hopefully they can also achieve the goals. It would be fantastic. Yeah, and then we will see in the summer which players can make the next step. Yeah, that would be fantastic. It's helpful. I'm always looking for some position in the squad for the academy players to give them the opportunity. A preseason is long enough to give also some players the opportunities to show, and I think that should be also the future, that we connected the academy always with the first team, and I think this is also to create identity. It's great when you have some players from your own academy and into the squad.
Yeah, you touched on pre-season there. Just lastly, I want to ask about the plans for the summer. Obviously, I know you're fully focused on the end of this season, but have you sort of got any plans in place yet about what your hopes are for pre-season, like where you'd want to do it and that kind of thing?
The plan is nearly done. Yeah, now we are still waiting for some friendly games we're looking for, but we go in 2 preseason camps, one in the UK and one in Germany. This is what we are doing. It was for me also clear. I don't like to have one long preseason camp. For me it's better we have 2 smaller one, also for the atmosphere to work well. I don't like to have too many friendly games. I prefer more to have one game in 1 week, because then you can really train the whole week about for one topic. Otherwise you're always looking just game to game. That's important for me. Yeah, we know when we start, when it's the medical check. I think all the big key dates we have in our schedule, and we prepare everything that we are ready, and then this is my experience. In this season, you need a good preseason, a strong preseason. It's also important for a good preseason to have a good squad. It makes no sense to go into preseason camps and you have a lot of players not available. That's also a key point. When you ask me about what we can do in the future, all the things. It's on my list, on my mindset. But of course, now we have West Brom, and this is a tough one.
Brilliant. Thanks very much for your time, Danny. Good luck for the weekend.
Thank you.
Afternoon, Danny. How you doing?
Hey, Alex. I'm fine.
Good stuff. West Brom then, they've got some big names. They're obviously fighting themselves. Did you keep an eye on the results last night to see if they would have anything to play for this weekend?
Last night I prepared the meeting for today. Yeah, we spoke today about West Brom. Yeah, of course. Next to me there was the TV was on. It was between Championship and Premier League. Yeah, I changed sometimes to look. Yeah, but it's about our performance. Yeah, of course. They will also fight for some points. They need finally some points to make also the last step. Both teams need the points on Saturday. I think it will be a challenge for both. Yeah. When you look to our form table, we are not so bad at the moment. Yeah, and they know this as well. I think Norwich comes also here, and even our first half was not perfect, but we showed a reaction in the second half. But it starts by 0-0, and at first we have to invest. We have to do everything right from our view, from our point, and if we have this, then we can make the next step into this game. And this is what I demand from my team, yeah, that we are sharp. But I saw this week and also today. I feel this in every moment, in every exercise we are doing at the moment. The focus is really clear, and what I like is also that we have some emotions in the training. Yeah, there's sometimes some duels. Yeah, this is good to see. Yeah, this is not about I'm scared about a duel. No, we go into duels. We train, and I think if you train like this, then you have also the chance, always the chance to bring this on Saturday on the pitch.
Some good battles going on in training there. What do you mean by the emotions being shown? Is there that competitive edge?
Yeah, it's also about the coaching. Yeah, coaching from behind. Yeah, if something happened in front of you, then it's about coaching. Then you are connected with each other. Then you can start the pressing. Then you can support your teammates. And if one guy is not connected, and then it's about coaching and bring him in the right position. This is what I demand from my players. Yeah, and I think this culture we create. Yeah, my players know. Sometimes in the meetings I ask them also some questions, what they are thinking. Yeah, they have to be always online. I think this is also for me a huge step forward. When I'm arrived here, then the focus sometimes in the meeting after 15 minutes goes a little bit down, but now they can really focus for a longer time. They understand, they can answer a question when the gaffer asks. Yeah, this is also because they have to think, and they have to understand the situations, but and come back to the training. Yeah, it's also good to have some duels. Yeah, I will not say bad fouls or something like this, but with the body you work with each other. There is intensity in the training, and great to see, and it shows that. I said this especially after the Blackburn. I had the feeling before the Blackburn that my team is ready. Yeah, all the players are ready. Yeah, even if you are a little bit disappointed, but you show a reaction. And this week was a good week, and now we have to bring the transfer from the training into the stadium, from the stadium on the pitch, and from the pitch to our stands, and then we will have a good performance.
Will told television reporters after the game at Blackburn sort of made an admission that perhaps this isn't the last couple of games. I mean, quite how your ideal football team will be set up. We can see the principles are still there, and you've spoken to that a few times. I wonder what's inspired the slight shift in how you're going about things.
I spoke a lot about decision making on the pitch. I think this was for me a key point, yeah, that we come in this point forward. When I saw our principles against the ball, yeah, we were very compact, very good organized. We had good transition moments, yeah, to hurt them. That was fantastic to see. And I think the balance is now right. I know your question goes a little bit more the direction playing on the ground, playing direct, playing. I think both you need, but you have to do it in the right moments. And I think this is for me a key point. Yeah, of course, to us you have to understand as a player who is your teammate. Yeah, maybe the one guy receives the ball more in the red zone, the other guy likes to have the ball more in the space, to attack the space behind. If you go for a second ball, then it's important that you have a good net for the second ball to win the ball net. Yeah, and if you play on the ground, then you have to need some active positioning. Yeah, then you have to help your teammate. And I think this is about the meetings. This is about decision making, and you can also see the first goal. What we scored was about ball winning situation. Then it was a direct ball in behind, and then we forced them to mistakes. This is for me always a tool to create goals. Yeah, but for me it's also a tool to create goals, to have ball possession in the right moments, to lure the opponent and then to hurt them. Yeah, I think you cannot, for me, you cannot have just one direction. I think it's important that you can adapt and you can understand your players and you can be flexible, because this is then also difficult for the opponent to understand what happens. Yeah, if you play always just behind, for example, the last or the back 4, back 5 from the opponent, they always drop and receive the ball. Yeah, but if you have the balance between short and long, then it's difficult for them to understand what happens. And I think we are in a good way. We understand more and more, and if you have more tools, then it's also helpful for your team.
Yeah, fascinating. I want to ask about Jan. We've seen some videos on social media. He appears to be running. He appears to be abroad. I don't think the weather here quite matched up with those images. What's the latest with him?
He will have a second scan. Then we will look how good is the situation, or how bad. Hopefully good. Yeah, and then we will see what we can do next week. But it's just 1 week to go. It's with such an injury, it's difficult to say, he will be back, he will be not back. For him, it's helpful that he comes really healthy back. Yeah, and there's no problem or something like this, because again, an injury would be not helpful. I think he's in a good way. This is good to see, and then we will see next week in which situation where we are. At the moment, I'm happy that Dish is back. Yeah, it's the next one, and yeah.
But where is Jan?
Where is Jan?
Yeah, where's he training?
He is with his personal coach. Yeah. And sometimes he train in Leeds, sometimes in Manchester, and then he come to check to us as well. Yeah, we have a good relationship there. We have a connection. We have all the information we need. Yeah, and this is the situation with Jan. But we are still in contact with all parts are on one page, and this is important. And yeah.
Yeah, good stuff. You've spoken on and off about the contracts and the number of players that are coming to the end of their deals. There are some big Wednesday names in there that might play in their last game at Hillsborough this weekend. How important is it that they go out on a win and won't necessarily get their chance to say goodbye as such, but can create memories that can go with them?
Best thing is when we win the game, and then we can go after the game together and make one round. I think, and then we will see. But my mind is not that it's the last game for some players here in this stadium in the city. Of course we know our situation. Yeah, it's a little bit difficult to say everything now, but I'm very positive for the future. We have some legends here. They are still playing, and I think they love this club. They know this club. They understand this club, and then after the season, when we achieve hopefully our goals, then we sit together, and then we will find the solution in the next step, what we can do together. And if there is a situation where both sides said okay, they want to make a different way, then I think then we should also look to appointment in new season then to bring them here and say really goodbye. But at the moment I think there is not nobody has this in his mind. Yeah, nobody feels this is a goodbye. It's more about be sharp for the next 3 points and be ready and to achieve our goals.
Understood. Danny, thanks for your time.
Thank you.